What's going on, everybody? It's Pacman Jones with Savannah Seaport News, and yes, this is the very first Christmas edition of Savannah's Top 10 Artists of 2016. And yes, this is the artist that I have covered so far on my Savannah artist list. If you haven't checked out the playlist, I'll link it in the description. But this is all of the artists that I've covered, and I'm grading all of these guys. Well, first of all, I want to say I actually had a voting poll I originally put out on Twitter, but I really couldn't get people to really vote on it like that. So this is my created list. I made it as accurate as possible as from my point of view. I'm gonna grade these artists on their content, their flow, their rap style, and also their impression towards their audience, because some people on this list have a bigger audience than another, and that's kind of critical in this. And yes, I know I took a long time trying to create this list. I've been on this list all day yesterday and today, and I've been editing this list, just going back to listening to artists. I mean, yes, this has been a hard process, man. And for the people that haven't got on this list, man, what I can say is, man, you can definitely try hard, man. You definitely, I mean, I'm not saying that you whack or nothing like that, because I never say another Savannah artist whack, but I just want to say, you just got to try hard, man. You got to put out more content. All of these rappers really got to put out more content, but for the people that didn't make the list that I covered already, man, you just got to really put your best into it. I don't want you to take this personal if you haven't made the list and you feel like you should have. I mean, man, 2007 is right around the corner, man. You can take over the rap game any time of day. So, who knows? And also, if you feel like I've got it wrong or you don't like the order, feel free to hit me up in the comment section or hit my Twitter as well. But let's just get right into it. Number 10 on this list is King Woe. And I put King Woe on number 10 because he has a lot of mixed content. He's a hip hop and R&B artist. If you haven't seen the video that I posted in him, I'll try to link this in the description as well. But King Woe, he's a established artist, and not many artists from Savannah is established like how he is. And when I say that, it's because he has his own entertainment label, and also he's getting his image out there. He has an interview with DJ Smalls, like I've said before, and I watch DJ Small interviews on YouTube because, like I said, I'm on YouTube 24/7. So he's putting himself out there more as an artist as well, and he has mixed content. His content is kind of primarily, I would say, for a female audience. And I mean, I still like his music though. And he also raps and sings about his lifestyle behind the mic, and the groupies and everything else with that nature. But yeah, he's really a dope artist. If you haven't checked out any of his music or even my video, man, I recommend that you do. Man, I recommend that you check out everybody video that I've covered, to be honest with you. Number 9 on this list is the rapper that I've talked about way before, rapper AJ, or you might know him as AJ Thomas, because I believe he just changed his rap name. But anyways, AJ, I put him at number 9. Man, he's really talented. He's probably one of the most lyrical, or one of the top lyrical rappers in Savannah, and has that deep conscious rap, like that conscious rap, that type of introspective rap that he talks about himself and his surroundings. Really deep thought rap, and I really like his music. And like I said when I did the video about him, he produces his own music for the most part. So when you hear him on the beat, it just sounds perfectly made, like it's fit for him. So yeah, he's number 9 on that list. Definitely dope. Number 8 on this list, Chuck Raw, aka Rugged Man. And he's one of the few rappers that I actually met face to face. Actually, when I got to purchase his CD, I met him, and we met up at the in Garden City, of course, because he's in that Garden City area. And why I put him above the other two is because when you're talking about street rap, it's kind of harder for you to be a little bit introspective, and he has that a little bit in his raps. But you know, he's talking about street content, but he's talking about it in a different level. He's not talking about it, you know, shoot 'em up, bang bang type stuff. He's more so things that's going along in his life, and just he has like a lot of really hit tracks, from my opinion. And I really like him with Coach Prophet, because him and Coach Prophet, I believe, are on the same team. I believe they're on the same level, or on the same label, because they're in the same area, because Coach Prophet is in Garden City, of course. And I believe when they match up as well, him and Coach Prophet, man, that's a tag team duo. I mean, that's just as deadly as Triple H and Shawn Michaels in the ring. I mean, I like when they both combine and rap on the track. And every beat Chuck Raw gets on, he demolishes the beat. I mean, I've rarely heard a bad track from Chuck Raw. I mean, he's one of the top street rappers in Savannah or Garden City. Number 7 on this list, an artist that I covered way earlier starting this channel, is an artist by the name of Walt Chamberlain. And Walt Chamberlain, he's actually been rapping for quite some time. I mean, he's been rapping for over 5 years, I believe. Maybe even longer than that. But why I like Walt Chamberlain, he's really just talking about, like I said, more so introspective, but at the same time, he's talking about his friends and people close to him, and coming from another city, because he's not originally from Savannah. He's originally from Sumter, South Carolina, but coming to Savannah and changing his lifestyle, because when he was in South Carolina, he was a bad kid, and I mean, when he moved to Savannah, he still was kind of bad. But he talks about things that's really going on in his life, or things that happen in his life, and you really get a good description of what he's going through because of his lyrics and how he describes himself. And to keep it real, I think Walt Chamberlain is probably one of the most underrated rappers from Savannah, because he has a lot of content. I mean, he has a lot of content on like SoundCloud and YouTube and Dat Piff and My Mixtapes. And he's also, like, he can mix it up as well. He's not afraid to use auto-tone, and he's not afraid to link up with other artists. He actually worked with another artist that I'm gonna cover on this list that actually ranked a little bit ahead of him. Number 6, Joshi Luciano. Joshi Luciano, I ain't gonna lie to you, when I first heard him, I was surprised. You know, he definitely surprised me with his raps, because I came into listening to him like doubting him, but when I like really listened to him, like, he's actually gifted with his raps. And his mixtape that really could have been the album, which was called Hustle Simmons, I believe. And I like that mixtape because, like I said, it was short, and I just felt like it was a whole cohesive embodiment of work. You know, it's not something that you can often too much get, like a whole cohesive body of work. You don't really get that too much from Savannah artists as far as a mixtape, and he provided that. And what I like about his music as well, he actually has his own entertainment label, BDA, About That Action. He has a lot of artists on his roster. He probably has one of the most artists on his roster, probably more than anybody else in Savannah. And also what I like about him is his features. Like, he really features people that's within his own camp, so he's putting his own camp on first. And I like his features because the people that he get featured on his music, which really is people in his own camp, they go together, like they're like yin and yang. And also, he's not afraid to switch it up. He has, like, some of his beats that you listen to, it has like a type of a jazz type feeling to it. And he also did another collab on the track with Hells Winslow. Helms Winslow, I wanted to put him on his list so bad, but unfortunately he didn't make it. But he can mix it up with a few other Savannah artists as well. Number 5 on this list, an artist by the name of Lil Bruh. Lil Bruh, he impressed me a lot when I first heard of him because I seen him like evolve as a rapper as far as with his music videos, like his content. I really got in trouble last time by calling him gangster rap. So he has some street related content. I would say that's probably the better word for that. Some like trap music, not like gang banging or selling drugs, nothing like that, but it's trap related music. But Lil Bruh, he's a really good artist. He's one of the probably most established artists, or one of the most established artists from Savannah, because he has his own entertainment. And part of me actually trying to get in contact with him, when I try to get in contact with him, actually had to get redirected to his manager. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, this guy's the real deal. He's serious about his stuff. So, and you know what I like about him, he actually not afraid to mix it up with other artists. He's done work with Walt Chamberlain. He's done work with people major in the game like OJ the Juice Man, Young Ralph. Both of those guys are from Atlanta. And yeah, I mean, he has real good content. I just feel like he's underrated too. Number 4, Fatboy Zerk. Now Fatboy Zerk, man, he's really talented. He's one of the artists that really has a lot of content, probably just as much content as Walt Chamberlain. But what I like about Fatboy Zerk is I could really call him a gangster artist, and I don't think that would offend him because he really talks about things that's really going on in the streets, and it's not on a type of like I'ma shoot you type deal. It's more so of like things that's really happened, like his father dying, and you know, his people that's really close to him that's, you know, being shot, and like you don't really hear that in gangster rap too much, because you just hear the same old, oh, I'm gonna pick up the Glock, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna spray. No, like Fatboy Zerk is not like that. Fatboy Zerk is like, you really get an insight of him as an artist and what all the things that he's been through in his personal life. I feel like he describes that well on records. Like I feel like he gives a little bit more story rap, not really, but he kind of provides a little story to what he raps about, and you don't really get that too much from gangster rap artists at all. Yeah, so I mean, he has a lot of deep raps that's really talking about his surroundings, and like I said, he's really just as underrated as Walt Chamberlain is. Number 3 on this list, Quanta MC. Quanta MC, oh my goodness, man. I want to put her on number 1 so bad. And she was going to be number 1. But Quanta MC, why I love her music, for one. Well, reason why I like Queenie, the EP that she had released, is because Queenie is actually a person that, well, really was an immigrant from the Caribbeans, I believe in the 1800s. I can't remember what year, but she was an immigrant that came to New York and just was starting her own businesses, legally or illegally. And the story about Quanta is that she's from Savannah, but she moved to New York. So that work that she released, Queenie, it matches her lifestyle as far as moving to New York and adapting and changing scenery. And Quanta MC, I really like what she's doing. She has probably the second most audience or crowd as far as all over, not even Savannah, I'm talking about just all over. I mean, because she has a hashtag that she's promote, Carefree Black Girl. She's all behind that. Every time you put that in the search, you'll see her name. You see her just about doing everything. She released a video as of recently. I believe she was featured on some TV show up in New York. I don't get that channel. I mean, I'm in Georgia, so I mean, she's doing a lot of things. And what I like about her is that she's coming into the rap game or the hip hop game, which is pretty much dominated by males. And she's coming in the rap game and trying to make her own lane and just put her own imprint on the hip hop scene. And not only that, but she has sex appeal, which all the rappers in this list don't have. Pause. Okay, pause. I don't even say that, but pause. But no, I mean, she got sex appeal, and she uses that to her advantage. And I mean, I really love what she's doing. I really do. And she, like I said, you know, she's definitely lyrical too. Number 2 on this list, Clay Hodges, my man. Clay Hodges, man, he is doing a lot for the community. He's helping out with the Greenbrier children. And what I like about him as an artist, he's probably one of the most lyrical rappers in Savannah and the most conscious rappers in Savannah, because a lot of people complain that when I do my Savannah artists that I don't cover enough conscious rappers. Clay Hodges is the most conscious rapper I've probably ever covered or probably ever know. I mean, he goes in a deep thought process, very introspective, talks about himself, his surroundings, people close to him, all the things that's bothering him. And you get that through detail in his music. And man, he makes great music. Like I said, he's probably one of the most lyrical, well, really, in my opinion, he probably is the most lyrical rapper in Savannah. Because I mean, he just throws different metaphors and similes at you so fast that you're just trying to comprehend it. And it's just like, oh man, you just overload yourself. And Clay, man, he's really talented. And I like his content. It's really soulful type rap. And he goes in really deep thought process and just goes all out. I mean, he can spaz out on the beat too. I mean, I've seen him freestyle, and he spits a hell of a freestyle as well. Number 1 on this list, and the very top dog above them all, Scrilla. Yes, he's somebody that I covered more recently, but he's an artist that's well known. He's popular among people in Savannah. I mean, he's well known in Savannah. And when I posted up the video, I mean, it got a lot of likes, you know, and I mean, people really like his music. I mean, people really fuck with his music. And I feel like why I like him, because the last thing that I covered, the Lyra album, and that album was really cohesive. I mean, it was dedicated to his lost child. And not only that, but he talks about some things that was really deep and personal to him, and I felt like I could connect to his music. And not only that, why I put him number 1, I mean, he's making moves all over Savannah and Atlanta. I mean, I believe he just opened up for Young Dolph maybe a week and a half ago. And I mean, he's doing a lot of other things. I believe he had a toy drive and dedication for his lost daughter. And like I said, I mean, his music is just really cohesive and really talented as an artist. Like when I listened to that Lyra album, I really felt like that was probably one of the best albums that I listened to so far this year. Not even locally. I mean, just probably one of the best albums that I heard just just period. So I mean, he has talent that a lot of other people don't have on this list, and he also has the network. I mean, he's doing shows all across Georgia, and I'm pretty sure other places as well. And I seen him working hard in the Street Execs studio that's in Atlanta. So I mean, he's definitely traveling and taking care of what he needs to take care of so he can secure that bag. So I mean, I feel like he's definitely number 1 over everybody on this list. Yes, Seaport family, this is my top 10 artists from Savannah. Like I said, for the artists that probably are watching that and you're seeing that you're not on this list, man, I did my best, man. I made it as accurate as possible. Like I said, I try to get people to vote, but people wasn't really messing with the voting polls like that. So I made this on my own. And like I said, if you disagree with any position that any artist is ranked, man, get in that comment section. Let me know. Also, I got a Twitter and my Facebook is up. I'll put that in the link in the description so you can hit me up however many times you want to hit me up, man. Just let me know what's going on with you. But that's all for right now. It's Pacman Jones with Savannah Seaport News, and Merry Christmas.